We are back. Thank you everyone for stopping by once again. We are playing some Warhammer Vermintide 2, and like always we are working on some achievements. Today's achievement is actually for Sienna. So going to Heroes, Sienna, and we have about 16 more matches and we'll have her that's an achievement. Complete 100 missions as Unchained on Champion or above. And yeah, we'll be doing that on Champion or above, and we'll get Tentacle Helm. And that will be all of Sienna's achievements. We'll have all of them done. Next, we will be working on, well, I mean, all of these here still have, so that's Marcus, Barden, Carillion, and Victor all have achievements I'll need done, which are for the 100 matches. Working on them while on stream. Barden and Marcus are the closest to having not all of theirs, but the 100 matches, which will be giving some extra cosmetic items. So that way, you know, the characters themselves can look a little bit better. So yeah, let's get into it again. We will be using, if you're wondering my setup, I am using Flaming Flail. I was going to say Flaming Flail. We are using a staff, and this staff is the staff that shoots multiple, like a shotgun basically. You know, it can pretty much take out a special at close range, and sometimes at, you know, decent range, like right there. But also I like it because of this ability right here. So, you know, if there's a massive enemies, you can do that, and then bam, take them out while they're burning. And if it's you know, a special or, you know, a unique kind of enemy, it can kill them pretty quickly as well. So yeah, that's my setup today, and also the necklaces, just in case you're wondering. I've got stamina for her because she will need some stamina. We have health. We also have attack speed and crit power, so whenever those criticals do hit, it is a good power for them. We also have crit chance and movement speed. So all three, actually all five of her items are in red. So she is ready to attack, and these are the abilities here: Soul Quench, Outburst, Mainstay, Conduit, Abandon, and Wildfire. Just in case you're wondering, hey, what is your setup? It looks like it's okay. I would like to try it out. And once again, she has Blood Magic, which is 50% of the damage taken is transferred to her overcharge. And also Living Bomb. So once it says Sienna explodes, dealing damage to surrounding enemies and clearing her overcharge. So this is something that is an active. The Blood Magic is passive. This is her career skill that is an active ability. And so yeah, I do that once she has a high enough overcharge and I can clear it out. And in some cases, like this Wildfire, Living Bomb grants Sienna a scorching aura that ignites nearby enemies for 10 seconds, causing damage over time. Increase the stagger power of Living Bomb. So I'm able to like burst out, allowing me to damage multiple enemies at once, and also it sets them on fire for 10 seconds. So just in case I need to get away, like if I'm the last one alive or if I'm surrounded, this is a good way of clearing those enemies and also giving me a chance to get out of there. Abandon is during overcharge, Sienna expands health, or yeah, expends health to increase ability cooldown rate. So, you know, I'm able to cool down instead of immediately exploding, which is good. I'm able to charge up my special to use the Living Bomb. Conduit. Conduit increases rate of venting overcharge by 30% and reduces damage taken from venting by 50%. So I don't usually do the venting myself. I usually just, if it happens during battle, I'll, you know, I won't vent. I'll just do I'll wait for the cooldown to happen, you know. We also, actually, increases rate of venting overcharge. Maybe I won't use this because, I mean, maybe I'll change it because I don't really vent myself. Like, personally, I don't vent often, so, or at all. Reduces damage taken by 5% and overcharge generated by blood magic by 16 for 15 seconds after venting. Oh, see, look, I don't usually vent, so another one. And dissipate. Block cost is reduced by 50% when overcharged and blocking. I think I had it here. I don't know why I changed it. Block cost is reduced by 50%. And when overcharged and blocking attacks vent overcharge. I'm going to switch it back to here. I don't know why I had it here. I think I was thinking of the passive vent that it does, but no, it doesn't change that. So it's cool. We can leave it there. And also I don't want explode to death because I don't want my...
North. It's a big place, but I'm sure your paths will cross.
Anyways, chain reaction, burning enemies have a small chance to explode on death. I don't want to hurt my partners on harder difficulties, or myself, so I'm just going to leave that alone. And also increases attack speed by 15% while at or above overcharge. It's alright. I recommend that outburst more. Mostly because of, just in case you don't hit them and you just push them away, you can possibly kill them if they're low on health. And also heavy attacks make the next push arc 70% wider. So your heavy attack and then a push will allow you to get more enemies away from you. So I think this is good the way it is right now. So yeah, let's go into a match, get started. And again, champion or above. We're going to champion and we're just gonna go to, oh heck yeah, look. Big Toe, that's a name. That is a name. This, you know, this person Stubbs, or that's great. I could just imagine their alternate. They got another account. It's called Stubbs. This one's Big Toe, another one's Stubbs, or something like that. Okay, so we're gonna go into another match, or the first one. I usually go into this like completely dry in the sense of I don't play the game I'm going to play beforehand. I know most people do before they stream. They're like, hey, I'm gonna get, you know, loose, play a while. But I don't want people thinking that when I play I'm like, oh, I'm at my absolute best and I'm hitting people with my absolute best. Like, I'm okay with, like, I'm trying to be the best I can be, but also like I'm not trying to be like, oh look, I've practiced and now this is my best. I want people to see like the worst of me and also the best of me, you know? So hey, if I'm gonna be here 2 hours, it's gonna be 2 hours of practice, you know? So oh, y'all better run. I didn't even notice she was down. Sounds like enemies are coming to us, but can't really tell where. Okay, guys, we got this. Oh, are you serious?
Fill your pouches.
Oh, there was a second guy up here, or a third guy technically.
Feeding on the gods.
Rise, filthy. They can go without you.
It's up here.
Oh, the guys are up there. I wonder if they were looking for those sounds.
Could be worse.
There must be a way through.
Plenty of gods in the world. Too many. So why choose as you have?
Sigmar remains the only choice for the righteous. All others exist only in his shadow.
Oh, choice. It's not like you do always. Just expect sense.
Medical supplies.
Can you kill?
I was gonna say, no way. I was behind something. They got him.
Oh, over here, Mayflies.
Oops. I was about to give it to someone else. I don't really need it.
Get the trials, darling.
I will die.
We've not killed them all. Seems a little anticlimactic.
Oh, not anticlimactic. We got
Looks like a
we
chest
got
of
some
trials.
difficulties here, so not anticlimactic.
Mind the shielded ones.
I don't try that easily.
Boy, glory. Don't forget your beloved floor.
Someone help me, Ward. Next time, I'll leave you down there.
Time for carnage. Not yet. Not yet.
Even you can't keep fighting forever, Claudine.
Yes, have a good one. Sure, you don't say.
Well done. The reward is yours.
That was interesting. I think I'm lagging enough where it's like, oh, you know? I think that's gonna help me as well. But yeah, I think I'm lagging just enough where it was like, let's see. Yep, 306.
Up here.
It's not too bad. I've seen worse on here. Oh, let me rephrase that. I've had worse on here. There's a bomb there. Someone wants it. We're coming for you, dwarf. What? Okay, yeah, the lag is real.
Down this way.
He hit me. I don't even understand what happened, but yeah. I just gotta make sure I
I confess, Bard.
keep on my
I don't
toes.
know much about the dwarf ancestor gods beyond Grumni and Valia.
Ring the bell. Help will come.
You wish, old mother. We fight on.
Potion!
Alright, guys. Are y'all almost ready?
Rat over there! Keep clear of it, quick! Packmaster's dead!
Okay. It technically was already gonna die, but that's cool. Alright, guys. Everyone, stay ready, because they'll even come from behind us.
Kindling everywhere! Time to burn! Remind me never
Man, getting the charge just right whenever it's lagging is like, oh, you know? Also, I can hear them in my headphones, so when they're behind me, like, I hear when they're there, but I also don't hear in time. Like, I already hear once they're already mid-attack, so I just have to be quick enough to, like, move out of the way, like, just dodge. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right there. You got him.
Spinner leech is no more!
Martin! Pretty sure you just shot me!
Come on then!
Wow, he made it over there.
Boot stuck! Get across, darlings!
Anything up here? No, it doesn't look like it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Come on. What? I didn't know they were moving that fast. Alright, we made it. With lots of damage, but we made it. Okay. The irony is, I know I've said plenty of times that I don't use Sienna because I'm not too good with her, but I have her achievements almost all the way completed. I just need this one and just like so many matches. So the irony that I don't really use her because often, like, she is pretty squishy, you know, she can die pretty easy, but I think I just don't like her because I do need a lot of help. I can't just go out there as like a frontline person all the time. Eventually you'll get surrounded and you'll get taken out. You know, unless you're like a freaking expert. And I'm not saying there's no experts. There's plenty of people that are amazing at this game. I also watch people play online as well.
Another day.
Even people that do like solo and they get like so far solo. Like they do the whole thing by themselves. It's pretty crazy. Very aspiring to see people be that good. Not only is it aspiring, it's also like, oh, so I could do this, I could do that, you know, like. Oh, what's this? Oh, actually, I've got something I want to keep anyways, so. Hello. What? I wasn't even the direction. Anyways, let's keep going. That's the handicap I'm dealt. My lag is. I just gotta learn to get better. I have to be aspiring. I gotta play with this. What? Almost 400 lag. Now, I'm not gonna blame it on lag. It's my own skill that I'm not good enough to like adapt to having lag, you know?
This place is a maze. Good shot.
Lost beyond words. You're half dead, Aurelian.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and that's why I said I like that ability. Just in case I need to pick someone up, you know?
I need to heal. Show some patience.
Let's be clear. Mariah's not a goddess. She's an ancestor goddess. So she's real. Not like the other lot.
Not like the other lot. Like Sigmar. No, Sigmar was real. Maybe he just means not like the other lot of his own gods, you know?
Does it hurt one eye? Good.
You know what? I'm gonna assume that's what he means.
Such vile air. Hold your breath.
Well, I know enemies are above us. Oh,
But it will fall before us.
I don't know what that sound is. Sounds like a rat man or a rat ogre. That's what it is. Is it? I'm gonna assume, but also, oh, yep, there he is. Hello. Maybe I should hold it so he's like near somewhere.
The next one may fly.
Okay, I'll hit him. I'll hit him. Let's hit him now or don't hit him at all, you know?
I could put an arrow in one eye. It might help you. Stay in the boat.
Cool, got him.
So you finish it with a play.
Yeah, we got him before he actually took anyone out. He did down Barden, but it didn't defeat him, so that's good. I think we need to take a different way. That's a way that you drop into here, so yeah, let's go. Do you know the way? You know what? I do know so much memes, and I do know so much old memes that I just have a repository of a bunch of memes in my head right now. Thousands. I'm the kind of person that had like memes on the phone just to send them to people, you know? And I'm not talking about like 10, 15. I'm talking about like hundreds. They're all, you can get one for each kind of, you know? I don't know. I just found some of them super relatable, and I was like, this was true, you know? That kind of thing. Uh-oh. Cool.
It's a sacrificial pit that he flies.
Yeah, stay alive. Stay alive. You're our rock. Uh-oh. How's that guy not burned? He was in the fire and I pushed him.
Should I care that the ratties are working with the North?
Alright, let's go.
They'll burn.
Let us go. Uh-oh. I mean, when he gets closer. Cool. I was gonna say, when he gets closer, I can take him, but... okay. Alright, jump down there. Just be careful, because I just want to keep an eye on our partners. They should be coming back to us. I was literally about to hit him too. Cool. Let's go, guys.
You'll need black powder to breach that door.
It feels so weird saying "let's go" because I know Charlie's like used it so much that that's like his catchphrase basically, or that one and "yeah, that's about it" is another one. It's just hard to not say "let's go" in the when you like have a game that every so often something starts up, you know. I mean, you can say that about almost all games, but when there's like hordes of enemies coming every so often, there's games like Left 4 Dead and stuff like that that had it, but this is one of them is all I mean, and it's hard not to say something like that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We got you. Yeah. Alright, now I don't see him. Oh, he's up there. I don't think my attacks will like kill him from here. It'll hit him, but it won't kill him. And if I hit him, all that accomplishes is him moving on, but his ability is already being used, so.
Doesn't Sigmar say don't shoot the dwarf?
Let's see if anyone's gonna drop from here. I assume it's gonna be the troll, but we'll see. Oh, nope, not the troll. Oh, good job. Alright, guys. Let's get this troll. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Here you go, Barton. Yeah, boy. Heal up. That's true. Yeah. Let's go, guys. That's how you finish trolls off. Alright, let's go. Sounds like they're up there.
So many portals.
Yeah, guys, let's keep going. We're on a roll. We're taking out that troll. I'm not sure if this is the way, but this is a way to something. I know that if you take like every avenue, like if people split up and stuff, they can get like extra coins and stuff, potentially. The potential is very high for that. Usually they spread these coins out different places. But it also increases the chances that you and your partners are going to end up getting killed or damaged. I say damaged, but I just mean hurt. That guy used it way too early. There's the chest of trials right here. There he is. Better be careful, because he can get you from here. Alright. Oh, you got him. Yeah. We got this. Is it just the troll left? Okay. Oh, nope. Oh. He didn't get them all. Alright. We got this troll. Yeah, that's how you do it, guys. Oh wait, she died? Wow.
You did it! Don't forget to claim your reward.
Oh, it wasn't her, it was the Salt Spire. That sucks. His character is probably one of the best characters. Alright, when your block is broken, 15 attack speed, getting temporary health at full health. When you're simply taking, ooh, not that one for sure. I guess this one. Only because when I'm blocking a lot, oh, we picked him up. When I'm blocking a lot from trying to hopefully get my ability cooldown, if it ends up breaking, even though I got 5 shields, I get attack speed increase, so I'm able to attack some enemies that maybe surrounded me a little bit quicker. So that's good. I mean, it's not the best, but it was better than that, forgot, Ladies something, or Virgil something, or I don't know. But I take so much damage when I have that. If you don't have something like dupe for healing, or which is duplication, you can duplicate like healing items, potions, and healing tomes and stuff. But also, like, if you don't have something that's like a small regenerative thing, you're slowly gonna always be like 50% health, basically. It's sort of like having curse on you.
Do you have any of those strange coins? Offer them to the shrine to receive a boon. Or are you feeling generous enough to buy
This
a
one as
miracle
well
for your
will
whole
work in
party?
tandem.
Spend your coins wisely, and hope your
I didn't even notice how many coins we had. That's pretty good. This right here helps so much because my one charge, my big, heavy attack will be able to hit them in the head. Bam. Whether they're armored or not, it should do enough damage to, if not kill them, like normal specials and not like big guys, then it should down them, at least knock them down. Okay, this is okay, but I think I want to keep some coins for, I guess I'll take this, but I want to save some coins for upgrading my weapon. I'll go wherever you guys go. Cool. So I haven't gotten like amazing traits or perks or whatever you want to call them, but they're still good, and I think they're gonna work out pretty well, so we'll see. I heard that they're going to be doing an event which is basically like harder than hard, so harder than Cataclysm. That sounds pretty difficult, but it also sounds fun. I like the chaos of it all, the hectic, the tense, the insanity, just everything. Like, it doesn't have to be very difficult enemies, it could just be swarms of them, and vice versa. It doesn't have to be swarms of them, it can be very difficult enemies. Both have their challenges, and
the Chaos Gods will not trouble you on this part of your pilgrimage.
Even though they have their different challenges, they also have their different rewards. So taking out swarms of enemies one at a time, not that much, it's like small enemies slowly being defeated. Once you defeat all of them, you're like, oh, that was great, and vice versa. Taking out one big enemy at once is like, oh, that was freaking amazing, especially whenever he's harder than normal. See, look, that charge attack, even though it was sideways, it still killed him. That was great. Uh-oh, assassin rat. See, I don't have enough for this. At least I don't think. Oh, I do. Nice. Let's do it.
This stonework seems too accomplished, but not
Nice.
others.
I'm gonna read it real quick. Melee attacks that kill enemies have a 50% chance to deal damage to additional nearby enemies. That's cool. What? I did not hear him. Good work, little rat man. You did hit me. And I have headphones on and I didn't hear him. Where's our elf? I hope she's okay. Oh, he's gonna come all the way around, huh? Uh-oh. I better get moving. I got you, man. You need not worry. Uh-oh. I know that sound. There's a patrol, guys. Whoops. Oh, there they are. Can we actually pass them, or are they gonna... Yeah, we can pass them. Let's go, guys. We don't have to deal with them. Yeah, come on. Oh, they don't want to jump over. Had to finish my prey off. Oh, thank you. I was just asking for an arrow. It's alright. Accidents happen. Just want to make sure there's no enemies behind me, because that happens quite often. Just like right now. Oh, I saw him. I was like, I better jump out of the way. There's another one? It's alright, we got them. Oh, what? From the side? That's okay. I was expecting them to surround me when I had specials or something. No, we're good. Whoa. Oh, we're good.
These quiet moments for me. Bring on the foe.
I'll burn that black rat.
We got this, we got this. We're separated, but we got this.
God may fly. And if so, what would you exemplify?
You have to ask. Hiya, darling. A beautiful, brilliant goddess of living things.
Hey, she said the thing.
Perhaps it's better you remain mortal after all.
I don't know who shot that, but that's funny. Oh yeah, go ahead and stand in there, dwarf. Yeah, now we can go. Okay, well, while we are technically playing a game that has some inspirations from like the Norse mythology, I mean, they take their inspirations from real life, which has Norse mythology inspiration already, you know? So what I mean by that is, let's bring up some of the stories that I had told you that I remember, at least back in the day, like many years ago. I remember reading a book about it. I mean, I've read many books about it, but some of these are like I've only read once, and some of them it's like I've read many times because these books have them multiple times in them. Like they're really covered. One of which is, I think it was Frey, one of the goddesses in, I guess you can call her a goddess, but also there's another name for them, like Varaya or Valia or something like that. Like there's different for depending on who you are. Like the giants are given different names as well, not just the overall archetype of giant. But yeah, Frey, saw that many of her friends in Asgard had some really cool things, like items, like so let's just say that many mystical items. One of which was like a spear that would hit, and they were made by like dwarves, Loki's dwarves, and one of them was Gungnir, and Gungnir, it's a spear, and when thrown, it will never miss its mark of where it's being thrown to. Another one, which is like a boat that will, I'm pretty sure it's a boat. The boat that like flies, or not flies, sails and pretty much anywhere kind of thing. Like, and that will, I'm trying to remember all the abilities of this boat. Whoa, it came out of nowhere. Okay, so sorry, it's scatterbrain story time again. Okay, so in the story, it's a boat that like sails without wind kind of thing as well. So yeah, Freya sees that there's so many great things, and she's like, you know what? I want something great. Like I don't have anything great. So she looks for some of the greatest. She's looking for 3 specific giantesses that have been kicked out of Asgard, and they had already given gifts to other denizens of Asgard, and Freya was like, you know what, I want something special. So she's looking for these scrolls, and in order to find them, she actually goes to the dwarves, and is like, hey, can you help me find Freya, or not Freya, she's Freya. Can you help me find these 3 giantesses? And finally they're like, you know what, we'll tell you where they are, because they were banished, so they're not in Asgard anymore. We'll tell you where to find them, but first, you know, hey, we're dwarves, we're lonely, you know, we need a good time with a beautiful goddess. Not that far, guys, but basically, they get her to stay until the roosters crow. And that is basically overnight, depending on, you know, could be already morning, but either way, it's overnight. And they stay with her, kissing her, and like getting kisses on the cheek and everything. And when she refuses anytime, they go about like torturing her in a way by like biting her hands. That's what I remember. As weird as it sounds, they would bite her hands when she would refuse kisses, or to like hug, or them hugging her and stuff like that. So they would bite her hands, and either way, long story short, weird story as well. I mean, it's Norse mythology. It's Norse mythology. It doesn't have to be the most eloquent. Some weird stuff, but anyways. I mean, actually, I just got no. I'm in no position to be like that's weird because hey, there's a lot of Aztec stuff that's weird as well. So you know, people were just really weird back in the day. Anyways. Jeez, I was almost dead there. Anyways.
You did it! Don't forget to claim your reward.
Okay. So, she stays there until the roosters crow, and she's like, alright, I'm about to bounce. Y'all gotta tell me where, you know, these girls are. They tell her that they're on a specific mountain in Midgard, which is basically Earth. And they were like, oh wow, okay. Or she's like, okay, wow, okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna go now. So she goes to that mountain. She meets the women. The women are like, oh, you see this? You see that? They're like flexing on her. Like, you know, look at this, look at that. And finally, she's like, you know what? I see something I really want. And it's a necklace that is like the most beautiful necklace, as what she says, than anything that she's ever seen. So she asks for it, and they're like, okay, hey, what was it that they asked for? They asked for something. Sorry, I'm trying to recall that while also fighting off beastmen. I don't think they asked for anything. She didn't want to ask because she always assumed that something like this is gonna have to come with a bad cost, you know, like. So she doesn't even ask what, and they're just like, we'll just give it to you. So she takes it, or no, they say like, oh, it has its costs basically, but you know, we'll give it to you for free. Nothing's free, but we'll give it to you for free. AKA, this has a bad cost to it. It's one of those like Midas with the golden touch kind of thing. So yeah, they give her the gift. She takes the gift, and she's like, now I'm gonna go home to my husband. I forgot his name. Something with a U. It's like Uger or Ur. I don't know. I totally forgot his name. So she tries to go back home to him, and she's looking around, and she goes back to Asgard, and she's looking for him and looking for him. And she's like, huh, I don't see my husband anywhere. So she looks for months, apparently. And she can't find him. And finally she's like, you know what? I'm gonna ask someone that should know. So she asks, like, another goddess. No, who does she ask? Oh, no, she asks, I forgot his name. Okay, if you've seen the movie Thor, he's the guy that can, like, he's the guard of like the road, and not only that, he's the one of the road. Heimdall. So she asked Heimdall like, hey, you know, do you know where my husband is? And he's like, oh, he's where, you know, everywhere that he's never where you're looking, and like you're never gonna find him, basically is what he says. And then finally she's like, okay, well, I gotta find out what happened. Well, the thing is that she basically left her husband because she wanted to find something beautiful to like show off, you know. But the reverse side is the husband left to go like get her and to look for her when she had like left to have this trinket, you know. And he was forever lost. Like I guess that was the like curse basically of it. And so she just stayed at home, sad that she needed that basically to feel extra loved, you know. And in the end, she had no one to love her in a way, you know, I guess poetically if you look at it like that. Of course there was other gods there that cared for her, but You know, if you want to look at it poetically, she didn't have anyone to love her anymore. But yeah, that was one of the stories. I know there's like more detail to it, but that's the like general, that's the story, you know. Freya looks for a bauble basically, which is just like a treasure, and she looked for something beautiful to like make herself stand out a bit more and have something special. But she had something special. It may not have been a gift that was given to her, but it was a gift as in her husband, you know. And I guess the story is, you know, like, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, or like appreciate what you have, you know, like if you have something, cherish it, you know. Like, you don't, if you're constantly chasing the like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, you're gonna miss what you have, you know. So yeah, it's a weird way to say it, and they don't really come out too heavy with it, but there's a lot of stories like in Norse mythology that don't really have a like outright moral reason for the story. Like the creation of Thor's hammer. One day Loki is just bragging to Odin about how great the dwarves that are under him are good at making things. Like, again, the Gungnir, the spear, and also the boat that can sail without wind. He's like, you know, isn't this great? No one can make better. No other location or people can make better items. And in the shadow, if I'm not mistaken, because all this is just like from my memory, and sometimes I hyper fixate on certain stories, and sometimes some of them just like go over, or not over, through my head, like in one ear and out the other. But this story is how Thor's hammer is made. And so one of the dwarves of just dwarves that are not under him, I forgot his name, Garrick, I think it's Garrick.
There is no aid in this land, save that which you take from the dead.
He's in the shadow, if I'm not mistaken, of Odin's throne. And so, you know, he's just not seen right now. I can't imagine him being so tiny that they can't see him in Odin's shadow. But basically, he's overhearing what Odin is being told, and he's like, Loki, you better watch out, watch your mouth, because us dwarves, I forgot of what clan or guild or group or whatever they are a part of, but anyways, he says, we're the best, and I'll show you, but if I show you, I want to take your head for all the bad mouthing, and also to also get back at like the original. I think I told you guys the story about how the walls of sorry, distracted. How the walls of Asgard were created, and that was from a bet with a deal, not necessarily a bet, but like a pact, a deal with giants or giant and his horse. And because the deal fell through, his brother held a grudge against Loki for messing with the deal. It's the story of, you know, Loki turning into a mare to lure the horse away. I say lure, but I don't say lure often. Anyways, he turns into a mare, draws the horse away, and the wall never gets built. And so because of that, the brother holds a grudge against him for a long time, and because of that, he's like, I want these dwarves are like related to him in a way, and he's like, you know what, if I win, I'm gonna take Loki's head. And they're like, okay, sure, whatever you say. We'll take that bet, and if you don't make it you're not the, dang it, sorry, I'm getting distracted. If your dwarves are not the best creators, of items, then, you know, we're just gonna, we get to kill you, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember exactly. I don't know the exact words, but I know that's basically what it is. And he's like, okay, Odin, will you sit in and represent me that this is a good deal? And Odin's like, hey, I'll be here to see that the deal goes through. And he's like, okay, great. I know that we can make the best items. So he goes back to the forge of those dwarves, and his brother is actually the creator. He's helping his brother, but his brother is the better creator. I forget the brother's name, but the brother just says, hey, I'll do the making if you just keep the forge the exact temperature that I need it at. You know, not too hot, not too cold. This is like the Three Little Bears, basically. And the younger brother, let's call him Garrick. Garrick is like, sure, I'll do it. Don't worry, that's an easy job. Well, easy depending on what else is happening, because Loki turns into a fly, a bot fly, and decides, I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't get this done, and he messes up, and it's like a horrible item, you know. So what they do is, or what Loki does is, sorry, distracted. Okay, so Loki turns into a bot fly and bites the brother while the brother is stoking the Okay, so he turns into a bot fly to bite Garrick's hand when Garrick is supposed to be stoking the fire just perfectly. And he bites his hand. And when he bites his hand, he cries out in pain, and he's like, ah! Like, I mean, louder than that. Anyways, he's like, oh my god, this hurts so much. Whatever. And because that happens, it doesn't result in anything horrible, because Garrick is able to like hold his own, like hold on and make sure that he's still, he's still holding it in the exact temp. It's just hurting him so much. And finally, whenever the item comes out, because it was just basically a piece of pigskin put into the fire, he was like, I don't know what my brother's making, but it's gonna be great. When the item comes out, it's actually a boar. It's a boar, a golden boar, and it flies through the air. And as it flies through the air, it shines with its bristles. Each one of the bristles shines light. And Garrick is like, you know what, brother? This thing is the best. This is great. This will make sure that Loki's head will be coming from his body in no time. And Garrick's older brother is like, nah, this is not the best. They've got a spear that never misses. Come on, man, this is just a boar. Like, I don't even think someone can ride this thing. It's so unwieldy. And Garrick's like, okay, well, let's go back in then. Let's go back in for another one. They go back in for another one, and sorry, distractions again. Oh, okay. So, okay, good. My thing kept burning them. All right, so Garrick is like, let's go back in, and the brother's like, sure, let's do it. So they go back in. This time,
You know, Saltzpyre, I never expected you to suggest something like this pilgrimage.
Oh? Why so?
Well, it's not exactly
it's a
in
lot of-
line with Sigmarite teaching.
it's a lot of shields.
Well,
Okay. So
Things being the way they
it's the
are,
second time,
I feel
and
there
this
must be
time,
more
what was it?
flexible.
First time it was a boar. Second
Perhaps I should
time,
send a few flames into the
what was it?
darkness.
Trying to remember. Sorry.
Flush the ratties in Northlanders out.
It's been a few years. I'll say at least 2. Not only that, but I'm in the middle of playing the game, so it's a little bit more difficult.
That corpse looked at me strangely.
The Blightstorm is finished.
Stop shooting me, Carillion!
Ow, ow, ow.
Another dead weapon left.
That's better. Ha!
Okay. Okay, this time, what did they toss in there this time? And it made something. I'm trying to remember exactly the item. Oh, right. Okay, so the second time, he throws in a piece of ore, and it's golden ore. And he's like, all right, brother, same thing as last time. You did great last time, perfect last time. And I need you to hold the flame exactly the same as you did last time. It was perfect temp. Let me do the shifting. Let me do making everything. So he's like, okay, cool. I can hold it for you. I'm your brother. You can count on me. And he's like, great. Let's do it, brother. And tosses in the gold bar. Waits for his brother to keep the flame. And in flies Loki as a botfly again. Although this time, he knows that biting the hands of Garrick is not working. And he's got the fortitude to hold on to that, you know? He's gonna hold on and for dear life, you know? So this time, he actually goes to the neck of Garrick. To his neck.
Darling, ready to go.
He goes to Garrick's neck. He's like, we're gonna get this, Garrick. We're gonna get this today. Oh, he got me from the side. I don't even know which way he is. Oh, he got away. Oh, no he didn't. Well, that was crazy. I was about to pick him up too. Okay. Back to our story. Okay, so he bites the neck of Garrick. And he's like, holy crap. The first bite onto Garrick's neck sends him blind. Okay. No. Yeah. Sends him blind in the sense of like the pain is just overwhelming. But it's not permanent blindness. It's more like he stopped seeing, basically. Like he's hurt so much that he's like, oh my god, this hurts so freaking much, you know, like. And he just saw red and he was about to pass out, but he never passed out. He kept the grip on the bellows and just kept fanning them and made sure the heat was perfect for his brother to keep working. And his brother worked the metal and made a golden armlet. It's like, what? Yeah, this golden armlet every 9 days would drop 9 rings. I don't know, every 8 days would drop 8 rings. And each ring was just like that one. It's a beautiful golden armlet. And they were like, this is freaking great. Look at this golden thing. You know, it's going to be given to Odin. He's going to love it. He won't have anything better than this.
But I wonder what leads you to worship.
Sounds like there's another one.
Oh, I would explain.
There's nothing better than this at all in Asgard for sure. And Garrick was like, this is what we're here for, right? We're making this, right? And his brother's like, nah, we're making better. This won't finish it, man. We have to make better. We have to make sure that, you know, this is just an armlet. They've got a boat and a spear that never misses its mark, you know? So he's like, you know what? I get you, brother. Let's do this. Let's go back in. And he's already been bitten multiple times and in 2 different occasions. And he's like, how are we going to do this, brother? Like, you're going to have to give me some help here. He's like, after this, I don't think I can do anything, you know? So his brother's like, don't worry. I got you. just do it just like before. One more time. I'm sure I can make this perfect. He said, I'm just gonna throw in, and I forgot what he throws in. I mean, I don't think it's the story of like the Heart of a Dying Star. Maybe it was, but the story that I read was something like not so crazy sounding. Just like the piece of gold and a pigskin. Like, pigskin is not insane in the sense of like unattainable. It's not a Heart of a Dying Star, you know. But he put something in this third time. If I'm not mistaken, it's like weapons. It's not like just a random piece of anything. It's like a specific weapon. And this time, Loki flies right back in, but he doesn't see him fly in. Garrett doesn't see Loki fly in, and he's still a botfly, so it's still a painful bite. If anyone knows how a horsefly bite is, it's pretty much like that, but they're big, so just it's painful. So he gets in without Garrett seeing him, and decides, I'm gonna get him where it hurts. He had him on his neck. He had bitten him before on his hand, and this time around, he bit him right on his forehead. He landed on his forehead, bit his forehead. Same thing happened. He went blind in pain. He wanted, you know, with so much anger he had for Loki, he was like, just in spite, basically. He's like, I'm gonna hold on to this. He held on to this thing, and he just kept biting. It wasn't one bite, it was like mini bites. And what happened was, he had so many bites that he actually then passed out in pain. He passed out momentarily, and when he woke up, his brother was already done creating the item. And what it was Thor's hammer. The hammer was a short hammer because he didn't keep the flame perfect. He went blind in pain, and he literally couldn't see this third time around. And he just kept fanning him. And next thing he knows, you know, his brother is like, hey man, I'm done, but you know, I didn't create it perfectly. Like, this hammer is a short-handled hammer. Like, it's, you know, it could have been a normal sized hammer if you held it correctly, but you didn't. And you know, part of your mind is probably like, that's what's kept them from winning, right? Well, listen to the story, because they're still surprised by this hammer because it's so strong. They say only Thor can use this hammer. Like, in Asgard, only Thor is going to be able to wield this hammer. So they're like, we're going to take it. This is what's going to win us our bet with Loki. This is what's going to give us revenge for our brother. So they go, take it to Odin. Actually, they show off the other items, and they just kept saying, like, the denizens of Asgard were like, come on now, like that is not worth, you know, this boat. That's an arm ring, or that's a boar bristling. Like, come on, man, that's nothing, you know. Oh, come on, man. You want to heal someone? Oh, you took that healing, huh? Go for it. Okay, so let me continue. So then after the two items that they give to Odin and try and get, you know, some praise from, he's like, yeah, that's great. Those items are great, but they're not enough to beat the boat that sails without water, without wind, and also you know, the spear that never misses. Like, it's just an amulet, and it's just an amulet, and it's just thank you. All right. Sorry, just trying to stay alive, people. Alright, so the rest of the story, let me just do it now. They give the third item, which is Thor's hammer, or Mjolnir, over to Thor, and he picks it up and he's like, dang, it's like a guy that builds cars in a really nice car, or maybe his favorite car, and he gets in it and he revs it. Thor picks up his hammer, lets out a great shout. I assume, because it's not a picture book and it's not a movie that I watched, that was a book. He lets out a great shout, and I assume that lightning strikes him, like, you know, I'm lightning god kind of thing. But anyways, he just shouts, and apparently all of Asgard just like reverberates with his shout, and you know, Asgard shakes, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it said. Let's check this real quick. I think I can get to them. Cool. Alright, so they give the Thor his hammer. He lets out a scream, saying like, or a yell or a shout, and people are like, or the Asgardians are like, this is amazing. This hammer is great. I'm sure he also like flew around with it, like by throwing it and then, you know, like held on to it kind of thing. He didn't say that. It basically just said he let out a great shout. All of the Asgardians were amazed, and Garrick was finally like, come on now, you can't say no. This was a great weapon, isn't it? And it's a great weapon. We're the best, aren't we? Say it, we're the best. They say, okay, Garrick, you dwarves, the best in the land at making items. And he's like, all right, so I'm gonna have to kill Loki now, right? And Loki's like, you said to take my head. Do not touch anywhere on my neck when you take my head, because that wasn't our deal. If you touch my neck, you're dead. I'm gonna make sure that you die. Like, gods, kill him. That's the deal, right? Only my head. And the gods were like, yeah, we'll go for that. And Garrick's like, are you serious? You're trying to screw me over again. Like, you're trying to work me over just because I'm not a deity. I'm not a god of Asgard. And he's like, you know what? You guys suck. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. And they're like, okay. We won't do that. I mean, he was like, no. Either take the head or not. And then finally he's like, man, forget the head. How about this? He kept hearing Loki run his mouth off, and instead he sewed Loki's lips shut. And for a time, Loki's lips were sewn shut, and he couldn't annoy people, and he couldn't take out the stitchings, or maybe he could, or maybe he couldn't, and they just like organically just rotted. But I think he wasn't allowed to take the stitches out for some time. But yeah, that's a weird story, right? Like, that's basically how Thor got his hammer. It cost Loki like time with his lips sewed, but like, it's weird that it's not like, oh, also, you know, like, it's gonna cost you your life. No, he didn't die. He just had his lips sewed shut for a while. It's a weird story. Like, it had, what kind of morality came from that? Like, what kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, what story was that helping? Who helped? Who, you know? I guess the story of like perseverance, you know, be like a dwarf and like really hold the pain and endure it, I guess. But such a weird story. The good guys, I guess, Asgardians, were sort of the jerks in the story, you know? Oh man, I almost had him. But yeah, I just don't understand what like the moral of that story is. And that's all I mean by all that is they have some random stories. They're not all moralistic, you know. And sorry, that it must have been real hard to hear me tell that story after, you know. Oh, that's close. But yeah, that's the story. Sorry if I gave anyone a headache waiting for me to finish that story. But I just like that difficulty of using like more of my brain by not just like playing something with spatial, like something right in front of me, but also like recalling memory and keeping it in linear fashion and all this and that. I don't think it helps my gameplay, but it might hurt me. I mean, it might help me brain-wise, you know? May help my memory so I don't get like Alzheimer's or something. You know what? I'm down for that. Dang, look at all them. Yeah, man, I'm taking them out left and right. Yeah, good game, everyone.
But another challenge awaits.
Yeah, we're all gonna be full health.
Ready for action.
But yeah, those are just two stories. One, how Thor's hammer is made, and two, how Freya, I guess, lost her husband, and he's like lost. I don't think he was killed. I think it was just like perpetually lost. But I could be wrong. You know, there's different variations of these stories. Some of them parts of, you know, Norse culture believed in, and parts believed in a different way. So they weren't all in one city or anything. I mean, people still worship Norse gods to this day, so there's still variations out there. And you know what? Tell me I mean, I don't mean immediately, but if you'd like, I mean, I know stories like that, and I can shoot some off every so often if that's something that you guys like. I know about Roman mythology, not so much Chinese or Sumerian either, but I have read up on some of them. But like Aztec mythology, some Native American mythology, of course, like Roman Greek. Not really any African mythology, but I mean, I'd be down to read about them and sort of relay some of them if that's what you guys are down for. Another one, possibly, maybe, hopefully. Oh, I hope so. I think he's just changing the character. Yeah, I'm down for another. Alright, we'll wait for them. But yeah, as I was saying, I know quite a bit about like mythologies, like the Minotaur. 5 minutes for a pee? Oh man. Alright, well, we'll wait, maybe they'll come back sooner. Alright, so as I was saying, like the on the King of Minos and his Minotaur, and like the maze and stuff like that. I know about like some Greek mythology, Roman mythology, and then also like not just mythology, but like stories like the Odyssey, or even some of them that are more recent for Latin, like
Insufferable? I was never insufferable.
sorry, when they talk they distract me.
And that's
ADHD, man.
exactly what an insufferable man would say.
Oh, I defer to your judgment. After all, I am sure you have much to teach me on the topic of being insufferable.
Dang, that burn. But she likes burns, so. Anyways, as I was saying, I know some other mythology, but some of them it's not so much mythology, but like literature. And for that, it's like the Odyssey, the Iliad, or even things like Dante's Inferno. That's a long story if I'm going to be giving my own synopsis about that. Or synopsis about that. But yeah, I like to relay some of that stuff. Because, I mean, I read it and it's like, now what, you know? I mean, something you want to share with others, and if y'all are cool with it, you know, maybe if y'all have something in mind. If not, I might read something and see what I got to say about it, you know? My own little review of it. That looks funny.
You seem happy to have heard Sigmar's voice, Saltspire. But I do wish you'd stop trying to smile.
Does my obvious contentment discomfort you so much?
Not especially, but you do keep scaring the cats.
She likes the cats. But yeah, I think for me, mythology was my, like when I was younger, that was my, you know, like some kids are into like scary books like Goosebumps and stuff. I don't know, I just was never afraid of Goosebumps stories or anything. Like I'm not saying like I was a brave little boy, I'm just saying like those never scared me, and so they never really kept me. Like I would see the titles and be like, oh okay, just like look through all of them. But for me it was the like just that old, you know, the myths, you know, and some of them are not necessarily myths, but like fairy tale stories, but the like grim fairy tales, like the OG ones, you know, or like Aesop's fables and stuff like that. Lots of different stories kept me
Once started,
like,
a pilgrimage
I think
must be seen through to the end. Sites marked with a halo are cursed by the chaos gods. What's the worst that can happen?
that's a nice phrase to hear before you go into a chaos realm. Anyways, I think what kept me in the mythologies was the like craziness of it. Like a common fairy tale nowadays is like, you know, princess or something like that. Like that sounds like something that can happen. A girl could be a princess. Like it's just very rare that a girl is a princess. But like in those myths, it's like you're not gonna see a giant with one eye, a cyclops, you know, and then put a wooden stake through his eye. Like, you know, sorry, spoilers, but that's how.
You will have no trouble from the chaos gods today. At least
Didn't have enough fingers.
I think so.
That's how Odysseus gets away
Fine throne.
from that giant cyclopes, or whatever you want to call it. I remember my teacher saying it's cyclopes. I was like, all right, we know what we're talking about though. Anyways, I mean, I was a kid, so I was like, no, you know. But yeah, I was very much into like, man, this is crazy. Like, really? Are you serious about this? Like, you know, whereas like a lot of stuff for kids are like, oh, this could happen. I think that one of the most current things that I read when I was a kid, like that wasn't old, was like, what's that book? It's like, Percy Jackson and the whatever, you know? I remember reading those because they had like mythology in them, and I literally didn't know that they were new books because it was like a hardback or something that I read. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that kept me. Mythologies.
Even you contemplating forever, Marty.
Don't leave me down here!
Stay with us, walk!
That sucks. Hello, how's it going? Oh man, that one was bad too. Uh-oh, let's get out of this. Okay, cool. I just don't want to leak anyone's info that's on here. Because I know sometimes it'll show like, oh, these are the people you're playing with. And then it'll show like their actual profile and not just the name that it shows up on here.
Your pilgrimage cannot be paused, only abandoned. Where you see a halo, the site is cursed by the Chaos Gods. Bring me back something nice.
Sorry, just in case you're not watching the comments in the comment section, someone said hey, and I just asked them, you know, if they've ever played Vermintide. Sorry, I was checking my messages on my phone too. Only asked because, oh, just started yesterday. I was gonna say Vermintide, if you've played part 1 and then you've played part 2 is way better than part 1, but man, part 2 I had a difficulty different than this.
Make the most of it.
It was a little bit harder, but Cataclysm seems about the same on both of them. But I don't know, it just seemed a little bit more difficult part 1 than part 2. I think it's the abilities that they let you have on part 2. It makes things a little bit more manageable if you're like by yourself. I played all the way through both of them, so I played a lot of this game. I think more of this game than I have of part 1 as well. So I'm a little bit more versed in this one than part 1. But I remember playing part 1 several hundred hours and getting all kinds of achievements for them.
A vile brew, no mistake.
These dreams, this black future of which you speak,
Aye? What of it?
are they real or another of your amusements?
Would I lie about something like that?
That is the very question I wish answered.
I sometimes. Why does it matter?
Oh yeah, so this game here is Warhammer Vermintide 2, and there's a part 1, but you know, it's a little bit dated. It still pretty much plays the same way. It's just there's not as many missions to do, or levels to do, I guess you can say, and I think they're smaller as well, so they don't feel as spacious. It doesn't feel like you're traveling a far distance when playing it. But it still has the same mechanics in the sense of like there's hordes of enemy coming at you. I don't think there's beastmen. I think it's only ratmen and chaos warriors. Uh-oh.
Looks like a chest of trials.
Oh, I can upgrade now. when it catches fire, it really shoots down my frames. Uh-oh.
Chaos Warrior Mayflies.
Okay. What else do we got? Okay. Sneak attack. Yeah, it was supposed to be a sneak attack. It was supposed to be super effective. Oh, I guess it was in a way. It's still alive. More than I can say about... Well, actually, no, everyone's still alive. You think you can hit me? Flame? Come on now. Oh, okay, he hit me. But I already killed him. Oh, I'm actually streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. I got the stream split. And it's funny because if I stream to just Twitch, it's the same quality. Like I literally analyzed like the settings of like what it looks like. And if I stream to just Twitch, it looks exactly the same as if I stream to both. But if I stream to just YouTube, it looks better, like by itself. But I know that some people watch on both of them, so. I mean, not a massive amount of people, but enough where I'm like, hey, if you want to watch, I'm gonna leave it up, you know?
You did it! Don't forget to claim your reward.
Grab that potion!
Yeah, so I decided to split the stream only because it reaches pretty much the same. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if I stream to just YouTube, it looks better if I just stream to YouTube. But like some of the data gets lost, but it's very understandable because I don't have great upload speed. My download speed is, I guess, 50. So it's, you know, well enough to send out, I mean, to bring in like data for the game, but upload speed is horrible. It's like 6 megabytes or something. And I know for some people it's enough to play a game, and for me it's enough to play a game as well, but I also have to stream, so that puts out quality. And it's funny because it's split between 3 things. 1, playing the game, and 2, like streaming to 2 different places. But I guess YouTube just doesn't need as much than Twitch does to make it look good.
So why choose as you have?
Where are they coming from? Oh, in front of us. Oh, and sorry, I was gonna say, I played this game and Killing Floor 2. I don't know if you know that game, but it's similar in the same vein, only because like you have hordes of zombies coming at you. And there's different kinds of zombies, and you have weapons to like either shoot them, bludgeon them, stuff like that. So it's a like horde simulator, survival kind of thing. And because it's not a very, very, very famous and a game like Call of Duty, not as many people watch, but that also means not as many people stream it. And that means because very few people stream it, you know, if people want to watch it, I'm like one of the few people, like a dozen people that stream it. Yeah, I play a game called Killing Floor 2, and I also randomly will change up the game. Right now I'm playing The Walking Dead, the Telltale series. But also, like, I've played other games like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, like all the DLCs for them. Also One Piece Pirate Warrior 4. back in the day, I used to play quite a bit of. Sorry, I thought I heard an enemy. Okay, so back in the day, I used to play quite a bit of. What's that game called again? It's with the operators, and I don't know why I'm drawing such a blank on them. Did hear someone. Dang, I forget the name of the game, but it's a shooting game. There's operators, there's tournaments for it. I'm trying to blank. Anyways, I played a lot of that back in the day, but I stopped playing because, man, people were... Oh, no. Vermintide 2 is famous. I mean the Killing Floor 2 game. It's not so famous, so not so many people stream it or watch it. I mean, there's more watchers than streamers for sure, but, you know, the other day there was like 10 people streaming and there was only like 20 people watching. So that tells you, you know, not a lot of people streaming and playing it. So if I do play it, you know, there's a dedicated fan base to it. It's a very fun game, and once you get the hang of it, you know, you get a certain class that you like to use, you know. Yeah, Warhammer is a very popular franchise, and Vermintide is a good series as well. So much that they've made a different kind of game that's basically this game, but it's set in like 40,000 years past this game, and it's Warhammer 40k, and it's called Darktide. That's the newest game, and it's basically it doesn't look just like this, but it plays just like this. You've got hordes of enemies coming at you. You have different weapons, different characters, and different classes that they could have. I'm very interested in playing it. It looks great. It just recently came out, and I wanted to play it when it's, you know, fleshed out. There's not so many bugs, you know. This game has been out for so long that there are some bugs, but it's usually like graphical bugs. Yeah, I was afraid that if I set fire to that barrel while I was using my special, it would blow it up, so. I played Battlefield, but like back in the day, like back in the day. Like Battlefield, I don't even remember the name of it. Back when like Bad Company was out, you know? Back when like Call of Duty, which one was it? World War II, but it's like the first one. I remember playing that one. Other than playing zombies on that. I mean, I played other Modern Warfare games, but yeah, it's back in that day. Because I was also like heavy into like Halo Reach, Halo DST, stuff like that. Like mostly because they were new, and like back in that day, new didn't always mean like no changes. They made plenty of changes, so you bought the game because you're like they made it different. You know, this is gonna be different than the previous Halo in a way. I think I really liked Call of Duty World War I or World War II, like both of them, mostly because I like the like skill that you have to have with like weapons that are super crappy. Like you had scopes, but most of the weapons didn't have scopes, you know? Like, I mean, I think you could get scopes, but for the most part, they weren't like heat sensor, or, you know, your bullets weren't like explosive rounds or anything like that. Like, it was just normal bullets, you know? There wasn't like special gear that sets you super apart. Like, you had like bouncing betties and stuff like that, setting traps behind you if you were a sniper, or, you know, it's stuff like that. I think I liked it because you had to be really good with your items, instead of like your items being like, oh, this is the OP gun or something, you know, like. Oh, Black Ops. I really liked Black Ops and Black Ops 2. I like the gun game. Like I liked that one because it had a lot of game modes as well. Gun game was one of my favorite. I still remember being so freaked out because I have the the pin knives, the ones that like eject and like can fire out. Man, those things were. Or throwing the tomahawk from like right when the match starts, you throw that tomahawk and hopefully you can hit someone from far away, or like you run and jump and then throw it, or run 360 and then throw it. Man, those were the days. Like I have played some of the modern Call of Duties, like what's the newest one? Call of Duty. Oh yeah, the zombies are great. The newest one is like Call of Duty. It's like the one that's on handheld as well, like on phones and stuff. But like because it was so battle royale feeling, it was, I don't know, I didn't like it because like I like the matches, you know, like I stayed in, oh, I'm gonna get that guy, or oh, I know where he's camping, or something like that. You can't really do that on games that are made to like you die and you're one of 100 people, and now you can't play anymore. You got to go into a whole nother or something like that.
Perhaps this will be easier than we thought.
I like the ability to be like, oh, I know where that guy's camping, and get him, you know, or me camp up for 2 shots, 2 kills or something, and then move, you know.
Northlanders have a ritual for everything. Blood ritual, obviously.
I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia. You know, I know for sure I'm biased only because I grew up with like original games, like or I say original, but all I mean is like some of the OGs of shooters, and they were like GoldenEye. I remember playing GoldenEye when I was a kid, and you know, you had a group of like a few people, or if you're lucky, a whole group, and you know, you're going around looking for golden guns and stuff like that. Like, it was great. Oh, Dead Island? Yeah, I played Dead Island before. 1, 2, and... Oh, no, not 2. 1 and Riptide, because technically that's a separate game, but you can buy them in a pack. I was going to pre-purchase 2, and then for a while they just weren't... that was a good save. For a while they like stopped doing anything about it. They weren't saying like, oh, we're gonna sell it soon, you know. But now I think it's going to be out soon, and they finally, like, I think the hype, every so often the video that basic like the commercial for it or trailer for it comes out, and people are like, that looks freaking amazing. Like when the guy is running and he slowly turns into a zombie. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I played Dead Island and Riptide all the way through by myself. Like, I mean, I was by myself technically. Like, when I say I was by myself, I mean like I was playing single player, but I played it with my sister like over my shoulder because she was into the game as well. But I think you can't play 2 players locally, you know. But she'd be over my shoulder watching me play. She's like 10 years younger than me, so I don't know if you have noticed by my voice, but I am a little bit older, like hitting 30, so my sister's 10 years younger than me, so she used to just watch me play for a while. Scary games, this, Dead Space, stuff like that. I've also played, what's the other zombie one? Not Dead Island, but dang, what is the one that came out and it was part 2? Had like parkour with it. Oh, Dying Light, that's what it is. Yeah, I played Dying Light all the way through, but not part 2. I haven't bought part 2 yet. I'm still waiting for the bugs, just like Dark Tide. I'm waiting for the bugs to be squashed out. But people that played part. Oh yeah, Dying Light. So Dying Light, if you've ever were into like zombie games, it's a pretty intense zombie game. And the reason is it's intense is because the zombies do not just shamble about. They will actually sprint towards you, like Romero's Day of the Dead. The Day of the Dead, I think that's the name of the movie.
Down this way.
Yeah, they'll sprint at you on that game, and they'll run with all their speed. And there's also some zombies that are not just running; they'll like leap from building to building. And there's also some of them with like mutations, like they're big guys or they're characters that will like bloat and explode if you hit them, stuff like that, you know. But it's a very intense game because it's like parkour, instead of like, oh, you could just use any weapon. Like that's what Dead Island is about. It's like, oh, there's all kinds of weapons you can use. You know, you can use a broomstick, you can use a shovel, you can use guns, anything. It's not literally anything, but they do give you a bunch of items to use. It's in the same vein.
Laxness grants opportunity.
Oh yeah? I thought you meant like Dying Light. What's that? Yeah, Dying Light is a great game. I played it all the way through and like all the DLCs, and you know, I played that as well solo. Sister behind my back, like, this game is scary, like, cause it's much more intense than Dead Island because the darks are darker, you know. It's just a very intense game. There's a lot of running, parkouring around. It was more difficult than Dead Island to me. But it wasn't impossible. And then what's funny is I got to the very end of the game, past everything, and I was like, you know what? I haven't upgraded everything. My level is not maxed out or anything. So let me go online and play with people like that, and you know, I can get my character leveled up more, and then I'll be able to, like, I don't know, I sort of rushed through and just finished the game. I didn't like look for all the small stuff. I told myself, because I played Assassin's Creed, multiple Assassin's Creed, but I told myself, like, I'm gonna rush through, but I'm gonna get everything eventually. But I just knew it was a pretty difficult game, so I was like, I'm gonna finish it, get good items, get good experience, and then I'll get all the small things like collectibles and stuff like that. So whenever I finally got to play with people, or not I finally got to, but when I finally decided to join people's parties, because I always kept myself in single player, somebody dropped like either a hacked or a glitched weapon or something, or maybe it was a special weapon that I just had never found. But it was a pistol with like infinite ammo. Like you didn't need to reload it, and it had infinite ammo. But it was really strong, but it wasn't strong enough to kill every zombie in one shot. Unless you shot them in the head. It's not like they were dying like body shots, you know. So it was somewhat game breaking for me, because up to that point I was using like just melee weapons basically. Like I didn't have a lot of good guns. But as soon as I got that gun, oh, and yeah, it was a revolver. As soon as I got that gun, man, it made things so much easier, because all I needed to do was just stand on top of like a roof and then just go for someone, you know? Yeah, we got him.
Well done.
Yeah, Dying Light is a great game. I haven't played part 2 though. People have said that it didn't stay to, like, it doesn't hold. Like, it doesn't play exactly like the first one. There's too much try for the emphasis on parkouring. But, I mean, that's what I liked about part 1 of Dying Light. Like, it was a parkour zombie game. I hadn't played part 2, but you know, I'm excited to. I think I just want to wait for that game as well to have all of its bugs squashed. But yeah, Dying Light is a great game. It has a decent story. Pretty good voice acting. Oh, there must have been a sale for... Actually, it's not the newest Warhammer game. There's even like Warhammer Total War, and there's Warhammer Darktide, which is probably gonna be like $60 if you buy it new. That one just came out a few months ago, probably close to a year ago. But I would say just a few months ago. But yeah, it's basically this, but you got guns. But it basically is the same. Like, you got different characters that are different races, like giant and stuff like that. Or not complete giant, but basically it's a giant. And then you got like smaller characters, or I think you got dwarves. I'm not sure. But from the videos that I've seen, it plays pretty much the same. But there are different things, like different abilities and stuff like that they give you. Yeah, Warhammer has a lot of lore to it, but it started off mostly with books. Like, there's a lot of Warhammer lore in books, but also like lore in like tabletop. There's video games. There's movies. I forgot his name, but the guy that played Superman, he's supposed to be in another movie of Warhammer that comes out soon, or next year maybe. And right now I'm only playing on Champion. If you were to play like on Cataclysm, man, it can get difficult, just as a heads up. Usually if you play with someone online, they can give you a hand, because the bots, they'll keep you alive, but they're not very smart, you know. And if you're working on achievements, people helping you online is like the best way, because they know like secret places to get like tomes and grimoires and stuff. Uh-oh. Yeah, you see that dodge? Man, I'm just keeping our partners alive. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't jump far enough. Actually, I jumped, but I jumped away from him instead of out of the direction of his beam. Technically, all you need to do is just stand up here, because it just says survive the ritual, but I know that, and a lot of times my partners don't know that. Like, if everyone stayed up here, it would still make this ball finish, like the ritual. But if I stay up here, people are usually like, hey, come down here. Because they think that it won't go forward unless I am down there with them. Watch, look, I'll stay up here and it'll still finish. There you go. And it's actually easier if you're up here, because there's only one place that, well, two places, right here and over there, that the enemy can hit you from. Yeah. We made it, guys.
Understand the elven pantheon, Carillion?
It's very simple. We have Kadai, light and proud, and Kitharai, dark and selfish.
And you worship the Kadai, or do you worship the Kitharai?
Yes.
She just said yes. I think she says yes because she worships both of them when she feels like it. More so one than the other at times. So, you said Dying Light is your favorite game. Tell me more about, like, did you ever finish the game Dying Light, or Are you still in the middle of it, or are you on a third playthrough kind of thing? When I finished it once, you know, I wasn't even max level, but I saw people online that were like max level. They had a cart, like a
to receive boons. Or are you feeling generous enough to buy a miracle for your whole party? Spend your coins wisely, and hope your fellow pilgrims do the same.
Okay, I was just waiting for that to pass. Anyways, when I first like finished the whole game, like DLCs and all, and then was like, okay, I'm gonna go back in and just try and, you know, get more experience to get more abilities unlocked, because I finished it early in the sense of like I wasn't maxed out. And there was people that were maxed. They had like their buggy maxed out, like with, you know, all the lights on it and everything like that, and they had amazing weapons. And for me, I was just used to like, you know, I didn't stay to like get experience in between missions. I usually just went from one mission to the next, so I didn't have great weapons or anything. And I also thought, you know, these weapons are usually crappy weapons that I was finding. I wasn't like looking for really good ones. And I didn't really know where to get great weapons. I just went from mission to mission. So when I got to play with people online, they were like, oh, here, I'll do this, I'll do that. And they just like, they would plow through enemies super fast. I didn't have like an electric sword that would like electrify all the enemies that they touched or they would jump to, kind of thing. I just had like a normal, like a hammer or a sickle or something like that. Some people said, oh yeah, I played through the game like 4 times at least now, doing all these missions with people. I was like, that's a lot of missions, because they would stay there. They said they would stay for like 4 or 5 hours playing with people online. I do understand that though, because when I played Dying Light and I played with people, it's a random bag of like, you play with someone and they're willing to stay as long as you are.
There is no aid in this land, save that which you take from the dead.
Or it could be like, you played with someone and they're gonna jump out before you guys even do a mission, and then you're like, you don't really get to keep a partner with you. You know, it gets difficult whenever they get you into a city and then they leave and you're stuck in a city by yourself, you know, like not great weapons or anything.
Get off singing!
Uh-oh.
Smell some ammunition!
Uh-oh. Behind us. Uh-oh, another one. Got him.
Incredible!
If Sigmar can become a god, so can any of us. What would you
So
be?
far, so good, guys. Blind Escape, Big Toe, and Tub X. We're doing good.
Lucky break for the world that you're not a god then. I just got it!
Potion here!
Here you go, guys. I don't need it. Oh, I'm the only one that didn't have one. Okay.
Your winds are no match for my fire, sorcerer! Reckon that's Brinley's quarry.
Here, ambush! Even for them! You were lucky to hit him at all, Lumberfoot.
That's the objective! Elias golden hair! Hop back!
Oh. I thought there was more enemies that way. There's a boss somewhere, though. That's boss music. Oh, there he is.
A short piece comes. Feed yourself, Lumberfoot.
Yeah. We're doing great, guys. We're taking them out. Taking out the trash. Oh, so, River Mold, you said that you had just recently got this game. Is there a class or a character that you like best so far?
Not bad one, eh? You must truly hate them.
They are heretics, conquerors, and cruel beyond measure. Hate flows easily in their presence.
Yes, we often hate those who remind us of ourselves.
The Bastagon! It's charging!
Can you take some lumber
Uh-oh, where is he?
Drinking, you should heal.
Oh, there he is. Uh-oh, there's another one. Did I get him? Nope. We can hear him, but we can't see
Grab
him.
those bandages. This isn't over. The well of evil is
Okay,
bottomless.
let's keep going.
Go! I'm right behind you. There are something eyes in the dark.
Wait, sorcerers, who's moving?
Uh-oh.
That bastard Blightstormer! Whatever a man as blessed as we!
Oh, we all got health. Good. Oh, man. Once again, I jumped back instead of to the side.
Stop shooting me, Carillion!
Sometimes I'll be playing for so long, or not so long, but I'll get lost in it that I'll stop holding the remote like right side up. And so whenever I go back, I accidentally go sideways and vice versa. And I totally forget how I'm holding the remote.
For you, Blightstormer!
Like I'll hold one of my arms closer to me.
Slain the Blightstormer!
Shoot, archer! Shoot, arrows!
You not see the objective. So many wondrous gods, and you chose that one.
Sigmar remains the only choice for the righteous. All others exist only in his shadow.
Odd choice.
Here they come, guys. Here they come.
Life beat is dead! We are blessed!
Okay, just making sure we had no more scragglers or stragglers coming after us. This game can be very repetitive, but also I think one of the reasons why I like playing it is because it allows me to like challenge myself to be like, oh, I can recognize the sound of this enemy, or I know how to defeat this one, and I just challenge myself to do better and eventually, you know, play on harder difficulties. You know, when I played part 1, I never thought I was gonna ever play Cataclysm, the difficulty, because it's a pretty difficult difficulty. Like, not only is it the hardest, but it's like 2 times harder than the previous, you know. You get so many enemies swarming you, you have them do more damage to you, and you do less damage to them, or not less damage, but they have more health. So if you still get a good headshot, you could still kill them in one hit. But yeah, I never thought I would play Cataclysm, but I played all the levels on Cataclysm with all, like, the achievement where you play with every character and every class and everything. Uh-oh, things are heating up. I know it's a bad joke. Uh-oh.
Silence that light stormer so we can breathe again. That's a lot of carnage, Soulfire. Think about me when you fight.
Everyone okay? Any healing? Nope. It's just a potion. Oh, you know what? I can use that if someone else isn't going to.
Ah, a bomb! That'll wreak some carnage.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's better.
Thank you.
The shield is no shelter, vermin!
But yeah, I'm into a lot of different kind of games. I've played games even, there's even a game that's pretty niche. It's called This War of Mine, or something like that. It's like a side-scroller kind of community management kind of game. I've played like games like The Sims, stuff like that. But on stream, I try and keep it to something that can be finished. That way I don't leave it open in too much. But I have been playing more games that have more story to them recently. But I do have goals on both this game and Killing Floor 2, so it's not that I'm going to be playing forever. Have some kind of finish. Cool.
The wildfire thrower is dead.
Yeah, I don't have an accurate weapon to take that thing out.
Nobody else have many gods, crew.
Aye. Some dark, some we can't quite decide what they have.
Dark? That's unusual. Most folk seek deities who embody their virtue.
Only a child would expect perfection all the time. Our gods reflect our truth, not our hopes.
They're upon us! Strike for Sigma! May Sigma preserve us. This land is cursed.
Uh-oh. Where is he? Uh-oh. Here they come. Come on, guys.
Sienna, I don't need throwing.
Ooh. Fight me one-on-one, man.
That's our objective.
Let's open that chest.
Save it for
Really?
later, Soulfire.
Oh well. It technically didn't hurt me because it did so little damage, it went to my overcharge. Uh-oh. Up there. Ooh. Oh god. So many of those flags. Yeah, that worked out.
You've earned your reward. Don't forget it.
My attacks cannot be interrupted. That's nice.
Fire and ruin. I love killing flame rats. Gaben Gunner. The gurgle of a Cloverdeer.
Where is he? Oh. Oh, they're back there. I keep looking the other way. I hear steps and I'm like, where are they coming from? Not here, that's where. Yeah, pick it up. I was gonna say, someone needs to take that health. I'm waiting for my overcharge to go down. And I guess they can find a way to kill that gun rat.
The ritual must be fed. Stand firm within.
Nice ritual. Pity something bad's about to happen to it.
I'm throwing a bomb!
I'm ready for you.
Sigma walks with us!
Now we'll have a no shooting back, you boys! That's unfair!
Hit a Minotaur.
No goblin shoots, stranger elf! I fight on! Sarasa!
things are going, we could use one of those gods of yours with Delgi. Any chance of that?
Oh, sorry about that. I muted myself and totally forgot. I didn't really say much, but I did ask if you have like a favorite character river mold so far on this game here, Warhammer Vermintide 2. I myself, I like the dwarf better. Mostly the one that like is on our team right now. He has his special ability as having a crank gun, basically just like that mini gun on his shoulder or his back. All you have to do is just like charge it every so often. It's like steam powered. It's pretty cool. It can take out so many enemies so quick, especially if you know how to aim to the head at like bosses or specials. It's pretty cool. But like this character, it all depends on, you know, your own preference. There's not like one character that's way better than all others. It just depends on how you like to play. So if you're good at ranged, you know, that character, which is the Tinker or something like that, he's good. But also Carillion is good whenever you're trying to use like ranged combat. And like Marcus Kruber, he's good at like short ranged combat. He does have a way to use like a single shot rifle, but he's way better with melee.
Arm yourselves with bombs here.
Beware, lumberjacks.
Sharpman, find Rakigula!
Oh. That was a change.
Healing drop.
Why didn't he take him off?
Fire is too gentle, brother. The fire is all too gentle.
Are you serious? He wasn't attacking me until finally he turned into that. Oh well.
Yes! More fire! More flame!
Remind me never to roll this wolf, darling.
Okay, let's go.
Be ready, darling. Something's coming. Big monkey pack. Burn! That is yours.
Oh.
Body! Time to heal.
Hang about! This sticks my leg back on. Is that the word of a battling back?
Poor little hog rat. What a shame.
Man, they're really throwing them at us, huh? That was a lot. I mean, not more than like on Cataclysm or on Legend, but still, for Champion, that was a lot.
It won't just be that one watch.
Also, I don't play Champion. I don't play Legend or Cataclysm too much because although you do find a good amount of people playing Legend, you don't find too many people playing on Cataclysm, so... And if you do, they're very strict on your ability. They're like, dude, if you can't take these enemies on by yourself, you suck, and you shouldn't be playing with us, kind of thing. It's a little sad, but I guess it's understandable in the sense of, like, don't play on very hard if you expect everyone to just carry you, you know? And when I say carry, I mean, like, your skill was not good enough to play on that difficulty, and you just use them to pass the match or something, you know? I recommend, if you're not at the difficulty yet on your own, just keep playing on the lower ones, and eventually you'll get the timing down and everything. A lot of this game is about timing the attack for maximum impact, and also like a specific spot.
Rather than the reverse. You I might trust, but only a simpleton trusts a raging fire.
Uh-oh.
Stay there, Witch Hunter.
Oi, Sadelgi, stop shooting me!
Get the file, darling.
That's a good dummy, Dory.
Well done. The reward is yours.
One of the perks I just got is will allow me to duplicate items, but I need to use my special in order to do so. And it looks like it takes like 2 minutes for the cooldown of the career skill, so it's gonna take a while, but it'll allow me to duplicate either the potion that I have, which is like life steal, or to duplicate my healing tome, both of which help people heal, so they're both good things to have. I'm gonna use it right here. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's alright. Ah, I thought I'd jump sideways. Actually, I probably did, but it's a narrow bridge, so. I thought he jumped into the lava.
The ratling is dead.
Sigma, protect us!
I'll set that hooker at ablaze.
Rat gunner.
Someone draw that fire.
What's those globes?
No sorrow for dead Packmaster.
I hear a war fire. By the hammer, I'm fire that.
Come on, you got him.
Fire thrower is
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, what? Aw,
Beware.
our dwarf died. Oh, I want to actually go get that. Every 30 seconds, grant invisibility for 5 seconds when attacked. Okay, that's nice. Help me stay alive at least.
Backstabber's about.
Backstabber. Beastie bleed to bleed.
Jasper.
Gladiate! We played monster fight!
Keep back.
Oh, I thought there was something over there. Alright guys, we don't have too much farther until we can pick up our partner. Let me watch our back. Oh, I say that and there's... Oh, I thought I got him. Dang. Maybe I'll hit him with this flash of... Oh no, it won't. Oh well. Well, looks like I'll be here for a little bit. Oh, I forgot I have that fire around me, so I damage enemies that are trying to attack me while I'm in this predicament. You got it, guys. You got it. Oh, you got it, elf. Dang, that sucks. I was gonna say I legit had fun, but I don't know if that would help them. I don't know if that would make them feel better. That last one. Oh, really had me at the beginning. Okay, General's chest is not bad. I think it goes to Emperor's chest as well. And then you can get like coffers and stuff like that. Okay. I think I'll stop there. Only because we've been at it for 2.5 hours, so that's good. 2 hours, 30 minutes of a stream. I want to say thank you to everyone who stopped by, saying hi, giving a little watch. River Mold, thank you very much for keeping me company all this time, and I will be back next week on Tuesday. I stream Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. A different game each one of those days. And I just want to say again, thank you very much for watching. It means a lot. Whether you like, subscribe, whatever, just watching with me and conversing with me, I love it. So again, thank you very much. And until next time, you guys have a great rest of your day. And we can talk a little bit more about the games that you like to play. Dying Light, you know, if you've played some more Vermintide, see how it goes. Yeah, check back with me Tuesday. Thank you again.